what's going on, coach and personal development junkies? I've got a really good question from Scott from Warrior Within Training that's really diving into how to deal with critics and haters and people who have something to say, who dislike our growth, who dislike what I'm doing because it probably terrifies them. So basically, Scott's saying, love your videos and advice question maybe for your YouTube. As an up-and-coming coach, how do you deal with the haters and negative comments? I had a bunch today on my social media, but did get a lot of negative and mean comments when you first started, or did you get? I knew at some point, once I really started putting myself out there, this would happen. Any advice on how to deal with the naysayers and not let it get to you? I'm gonna start with the first part of this video that it's going to happen, and the more people you reach and the more people you help, the more negative feedback, the more people who have something to say are gonna come out of the woodworks from your past or from the current or from just your audience, or there's always gonna be someone with something to say, and they usually speak the loudest because they got rubbed the wrong way, or they've got their own limiting beliefs, or they're terrified of your growth. Because people like us, Scott, who are obsessed with growth, we grow so quick. And when you're really dedicated to overcoming new challenges, whether that's in your business or your personal life, and you're reading and you're studying and you're changing, you don't realize how fast you're growing. And to the people around you, they're not gonna understand it, and they're gonna be terrified of it, and they're usually just taking their own insecurities and placing it on you. So I don't look at them of like, F the haters, they're idiots. I just stay in my lane and I keep doing my thing, and if they're persistent with going out of their way to let me know how stupid I am, or how retarded, or how what the hell are you doing, or how you just care about money, or you just want to make sales, or whatever they're saying. Sometimes I will just remove them because it gets annoying after a while, but you'll find something really funny happens is if you stick with this for a while, and I've had this happen many times, as someone from the past. For example, maybe from my oil field days. I used to work in the oil field, and the people I knew back then, when I left, I started becoming addicted to growth, and a lot didn't understand, and they'd reach out and say things and whatever. And it's funny how after 4 or 5 years, a lot of them have seen what I've built, and they're like, I'd love to build something like that. Can you help me? The biggest haters can sometimes become your biggest supporters. The biggest critics will be asking for the most help, and I'm happy to help them. What do you need? I don't hold that against them. So, although I do use some of my past as fuel, and I think that's a really good idea to have as well. The biggest doubters who said, you'll never make it, were some of the biggest source of fuels when I was burning out and ready to quit. This video is not about me, but I'm letting you know that that's completely normal, completely natural. Now, how you overcome it is blinders. 100%, you put your blinders on and you cannot let them affect you. And if you want to have a positive relationship, I'm huge on this, is when something is affecting me, I'm like, cool, it's probably going to keep affecting me. How can I put a positive spin on it so it affects me positively and not negatively? And that's all about perception and how you see something. And nowadays, if I get an email or a message talking about this or that, or some mistake on my website or whatever, I see it as, this is really good feedback because somebody went out of their way. They took 5 or 10 minutes out of their life to let me know how what I'm doing, or I'm doing something wrong, or they got this to say or that to say. And I see that as a great, people are listening, and I'm having enough of an effect to actually affect change and affect action for someone to go to the way and let me know that. Of course, I get a lot of amazing feedback, just like I get questions and they always lead with thank you so much. I get a lot of that as well. And so when you're getting a lot of that and some of this, there's always going to be a ratio to it. The more positive feedback you get, the more people you help, the more the negative feedback you're going to get. And I remember my first negative review from someone I didn't even know. I've never heard of them. We're just like fucking scammer, whatever. Crushed me. I did not understand why someone would do that, because all I have is value and I care about people. But they went out of their way to do it. I don't know if it was a competitor. I don't know what it was, and I don't know. I don't care. It's long gone, and it was a different business. But it's going to happen. And nowadays, I could care less. People can tell me whatever they want to tell me. And as long as I know it's not true, I move forward. If I get 10 things of feedback back on something and it's all similar, I'll look at it, of course, and I'll make sure that, is there truth in this? Oftentimes you'll find there's not, especially when it's not thought out comments that are just putting you down. There's no truth in that. Delete, don't even read it, or read it, post it on your wall. Have like a board where you have them all posted and use it as a tracking of the more you get on that board, the more momentum and the more you're growing, because the more people you are terrifying the shit out of. That would be my advice for you, Scott, and anyone else who's like, I care, or I'm letting what people think of me affect me. You cannot, and for a lot of people, they don't grow past a certain point because of that fear. They stay small, they stay average. If you want to be massive, if you want to build momentum and affect true change, you can't let that stop. You can't let that terrify you. Truly hope that helps. For anyone else, if you want more information on building an online coaching business, busting through those fears, seeing massive momentum, I got a ton of free stuff at lucasrubix.com and at lucasrubix on YouTube and in the online coaching community on Facebook. I'll put those links around. And I've got some wicked paid stuff. Everything is through application only. So if you're sitting there being like, I'm ready to take the next level, I'm ready to see momentum, I'm ready to chase my dreams and make big things happen, everything's through application, both for the Coaches University and the VIP 101 Inner Circle coaching experience. Whatever you're interested in or whatever pulls you, or if it does, make sure you check it out, apply if it interests you. If not, keep consuming the free stuff, because I got some pretty amazing content coming out on both the YouTube and the Facebook channel. Check it out, enjoy, and I'll talk to you soon.